Coach, a big week for you guys last week. 3 wins, 2 on the road, but even bigger story was Craig Hurd and A.J. Fleet being named Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week, respectively.
It was a great honor for the school and the program, getting both offensive and defensive awards, and they helped propel us to 2 great wins on the road in Florida, 2-1 against North Florida and 2-1 against Jacksonville. Hurd getting both game winners. Glad to see him finally coming along. Started out the season being one of the fittest and one of the most dominant players in training. Then got sick, missed almost a month, and he's really just now getting back close to the form he had at the beginning of the season. And I think that's just a reflection of what he did this past weekend. Same thing with AJ in the goal. Our keepers were splitting time at the beginning. AJ got in there, he got hurt, missed almost a month, and then since he's come back, he's just now again getting fit, finding his form, and I think that's been reflected in some of the saves he's made. Helped keep us in a couple of the games, and most importantly, this weekend made an unbelievable game-winning save on Friday night, and without that, we don't come away with the win.
And last week, 2-0 win over IPFW, although it could have been a lot more than 2. The Norse very commanding in that game, but the weekend a little bit different. Both come from behind victories and both late winners. It seems like you can never count out the Norse. It seems like they always can find a late goal.
I think it's been a little bit of a learning curve. First year Division I, 23 new players, quite a few guys maybe not understanding what it's going to take to win at this level. Everybody's good. And on the day, you're going to have to play your best in order to get a win. I think now we've kind of got some consistency in our lineup. And guys are starting to understand each other a little bit better. More importantly, I think our team is understanding what we expect, what Coach Bass wants from everybody, and what we want, our identity to be, if you want to say. And so I think that's starting to come out, and that understanding is showing, and guys are playing really hard, and they want to do something. They're not content with just, hey, it's our first year, so what? Guys are out to prove something, and especially in league play, that's been their focus all along when we talked to them at the beginning of the season. Well, what are we shooting for this year? And guys are like, you know what, let's make some noise. And 2-0-1 is a great start in the league, and we've got a couple tougher games against the top teams in the league coming up, so it'll be a great test to see exactly where we are, but pretty happy with the development of the team so far.
You mentioned those upcoming tests. You guys are 5-1-1 over your last 7 matches after starting 0-6, so it's been a very different second half for you guys. But looking ahead on Friday night, you go to East Tennessee State, who is one of the top teams right now. They're second in the table in the Atlantic Sun. They're led by David Gino, an All-America candidate, 9th in the NCAA in points, so a very tough challenge on the road for you guys.
We've actually done really well on the road, especially in this last swing. And just maybe it's with a young team and a lot of new guys, less distractions. I think that comes with their age. When you're at home, you get maybe a little comfortable, you get to sleep in your own bed, you've got to go to class, you've got to do all these things, and on the road we can kind of control the routine a little bit. So sometimes that's a good thing. No. East Tennessee State's got some quality players. Know the coaching staff, and they are phenomenal guys. And they struggled early in the season, but right now they seem to be finding their groove really well, and that's going to be a real challenging test for us. They've got some upperclassmen, which will help in their leadership, and so for us, this might be the first time we're going into a hostile environment, so you never know quite how our group's going to react, because that'll be the first time they're truly going to be in a hostile environment.
Coach, thanks for your time.